Welcome, Gemini, to your weekly love reading for June 25th to July 1st of 2018. So, let's see what's going on with you this week. All right. 222. Interesting. Numbers, synchronicities, pay attention to spiritual things that might happen to you this week, signs that may trigger an epiphany or something like that with your love interest, especially when it comes to soulmate connections. Those things happen for a reason. I don't always look down at the time like that, but when I'm triggered, it's like your guides or spirit guides may say, look that way, and you might do that. It all connects in some way. So that message is for some of you out there. All right. So let's see in love for Gemini for June the 25th to July 1st of 2018. So recent past events for Gemini. Many of you were releasing yourself from something that was very heavy, stress, something that you can't change, something that you don't want to be involved in any longer. So it could be a relationship, a argumentative situation, something very toxic, heavy. A lot of you said, I can't deal with it anymore. That particular person, whatever it might be, is saying I don't want to be bothered. So I can't change it. I can't change them. I can't change the way I feel about it. So if I can't do that, I have to remove myself completely and just let it go. So that could be a divorce or just doing something else energetically to focus on something better. All right. So the theme this week. What is the week theme for Gemini for June 25th to July 1st? So we got the King of Cups. So anytime I see this as a court card, a person, this is Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Now, if it's not a person, this is the energy that you may be giving off and trying to be nurturing, caring, trying to take care of yourself, maybe someone that you are around. Anytime I see this is where this person may be very significant in your life this week. You think about this person, they're on your mind. It could be someone new, it could be someone older, an ex-partner, but they're coming out in the upright position, which is meaning that they may offer you something that relaxes you, that makes you feel good, the things that you think about them, the advice that they may give, even if you can't really connect with them, you're thinking about them in some way. So they have an effect on you in some capacity. So even if they're not around, you may dream about that person, because that's a cup card. Love, affection, whatever it might be, compassion. You may be giving that off, or the other person may be giving that to you. All right, it doesn't have to be a wood or something. Now, the energy of person coming towards you. Yes, tender, taking care of yourself. If you feel wounded, you're trying your best to take it easy, not give in to the struggle. We already spoke about letting something or someone go. And this is you really taking care of yourself and trying to harness enough power where you're not overpowering somebody through your words, your aggression, being too temperamental and not understanding someone else's plight, where they might be coming from. So this is you just trying to disengage and maybe engage in, just getting some rest, a massage, speaking to someone in a different way that doesn't have them snap, doesn't have you snap, those kind of things. So that's what I feel, trying to find a way to get through to somebody in a different way. All right. So you could be dealing with a Leo as well. Now it could be, that's the energy coming towards you. So that means that somebody is trying to be kinder, more loving and compassionate towards you in some way, because they know that they may have had a really bad effect on you in the past and brought you a lot of pain. So I feel like they understand what's going on with you. All right. So your response to that particular energy or person, your response. Yeah, you're still very tense with them, though, because this is a major arcana. So the Chariot in reverse is an indication of turbulent issues, very harsh things that you might feel where you come into contact with somebody and there's physical altercations, or the fact that you just don't want to see them, you don't want to be bothered by that particular person. Yeah, you have a lot to say, you have a lot that you're feeling, but you just feel like you can't do anything about that particular person. So you have to take a step back. So something does seem to be coming to a halt. And it could be with the Cancer for some, but traveling, relocating, something going forward, no. That might be an issue, I feel, for some. Now your your advice for the week for Gemini. Your advice, Gemini. You have some good things coming through. The Wheel of Fortune is here. I feel like whatever it is that you may need to, something or someone that you need to let go of so that you can allow something to come into your life, I feel. So that means that good things are going to happen. It just means that there's, you have to take a different route, a different map that you maybe need to look at. You ever drove Uber? Some of you drove Uber and the navigation system that they use. It takes you in a different route all the time, where if you were to use Google Maps, it takes you in the right way in a short amount of time. So I feel like that's something that some of you have to think about in a way of trying to figure out something that you need to release, or just finding a different way of doing something totally that can really manifest some good fortune. And I feel part of it is embracing the energy of what you did maybe last week, of letting something go, not holding on to it, not stressing about it, or feeling like you are at a, you're speaking to a brick wall if you can't change somebody's mind or have them understand how you feel. So that's what it takes to get and embrace the Wheel of Fortune. All right. So let's see the outcome. What's the outcome for Gemini for June 25th to July 1st? The outcome. We have the star. The star is coming out as being hopeful, being optimistic. It seems like to me that there's a chance of feeling good. Like at the beginning of the week, you're still, going through the tension with the Ten of Wands in reverse, and then that releases there. Someone may be around you, the King of Cups, so you're feeling like that, giving off that kind of energy. And then you kind of take your time, and then the stress starts to pick up a little bit. You feel like things aren't going anywhere. You start to see good signs throughout the week of something to be optimistic about, and you feed off of that momentum. And the star is showing up as something to be pleased by or optimistic by. We'll see why that's there. So let's see. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles for Gemini. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, we have the energy of the Hangman, which is the energy of just releasing something, waiting, because you can't make changes right now. So it's a sacrifice that you have to take where you feel like I'm at a crossroads, but you're not sure of whether or not you should cross that road or not just yet. So, and let's clarify the King of Cups for you, Gemini. Yeah, that person, you may be disappointed with them. You may be walking away from them in some way. They may be walking away from you. Just waiting around for them, even though they're coming out in the upright position. It's meaning to me that they've made some changes. Maybe not everything that you want, but some changes have been made with a particular person. And that's a good sign to see, but things may not be working out with them. And let's see why the Chariot is in reverse for Gemini. And then we have the King of Swords in reverse. So in Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, and you have 3 different people showing up here that you might be dealing with. 2 that you're talking to, somebody that you dare release for some. But I feel like if you give into the energy of manipulation, not communicating, cutting someone off, coming through as if you don't have enough strength to communicate your own truth, I feel like that's the issue when it comes to the Chariot in reverse. The universe is telling you, you got to cut it. If that's part of what you're giving into, or somebody else is giving into that energy, it's not good, because it's going to create karmic things for you. So if you feel like something that you have been manipulated in some way and you can't stop someone else from doing that, yeah, it's going to be a crash course. You can't get through to that other person, so you remove yourself from it. And as you do that, you focus on more positive things, and they literally start to build up more energy for you as you focus on something that makes you laugh, make you happier, communicate with somebody that's not going to bring you that stress, and find your strength, right, so that you can start to embrace and manifest that positive potential with that new love interest or soulmate. That's what it looks like to me with the Wheel of Fortune and Star. So let's see messages for Gemini. This is a bit longer than usual. I try to make these quick for the weeklies, but Gemini for June 25th to July 1st. Express your love. It says go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Doesn't mean you have to overdo it, but just express to them what you want. Express to them how you feel, your intentions, and then let go. So let's see messages for Gemini for June 21st. If we have passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I feel like there is that tells you that you do have a lot of feelings for somebody, but being disappointed again over and over again, not really sure if that person is going to come your way because they could have kind of had to take a step back because they were dealing with someone else. And you're trying to figure out whether or not that person may be for you in some way. But I feel like there are some good things to try to take that advice if you haven't already expressed things. It tells you to make that, one last shot, but don't push it. Don't try to force it. Let go and see what happens with you this week. So that's going to be a reading. I do hope that the messages did help you out. Lots of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the very best. And you can always go to psychicloveheals.com to schedule something personally for you. Have a good one.